Okay, lighting. What if we make that brighter? Oh, actually, one sec. Perfect. Hello, I'm Princess Serena, not Princess Serena, and today we are finally all settled in, other than the most important thing. I unpacked everything over the last 5 days, but I've not unpacked my pins. Of course, I had to bring a book full of pins. Goodbye, room. For now, we will be back. It's so weird to see some of the pins be missing. So without further ado, let's get into it. I didn't want to start taking my pin boards down for my room and taking all the pins off and then using those here. So I was just like, okay, whatever, we're just gonna get cork. I know this is meant for hot pots, but it's okay. My pins are also hot because they're fire. So I basically filled up this pin folio to a brim. Interesting, certain letters are missing. I wonder where I'm moving to. I wonder what that spells. Look at these. I feel like I did a pretty good job representing most of my collections. I wasn't gonna bring one from every board. There's no Hanukkah here, there's no theater pins, and no pins from those small painted boards. Oh, except for this one, because this was a must. Hello, this obviously is gonna be near here. It's perfect. So this side is mostly fantasy pins and travel pins. Look how little they look compared to, obviously mine's huge, but even these, humongous. I don't want them to be apart. I actually brought 2 more of my fantasy pin in case anybody wanted to buy it while I was here. And I actually brought some bubbler mailers and return addresses and everything. So, I'm prepared. So definitely the fantasy pins are not on hold. Never. I'm still working on my second one as we speak as well. So, but everything else is going to slow down a little bit, she says so confidently. No. But yeah, let's organize them. I'm excited. Also, before we start organizing everything, you know what I found at my school? Windsor, UW. I found a pin for my school, literally first time going there. It's amazing. That was the biggest warm welcome that I could have ever had. I don't need an orientation. That was it. Yes, you belong here. No, I also went to my orientation yesterday, which was very lovely. Let's flash forward again. It's all the time jumps in this video, my gosh. But to all my organized boards. It is the next week. Been a rough week. I don't remember cutting myself, but just ignore that. I'm kidding. It's been a great week. I had my first week of classes. They went well. Got a program sweater. Thought I'd wear it. So there you go. Waited on purpose. I wanted to have a program sweater to fit the theme of my new setup. I know it's a very bland setup compared to my pin wall, but it's okay. It's the content that counts. Okay, look at these Tangled the Series pins. They are my favorite 3 ever. I remember at the beginning of 2022, I didn't even have these. I was just dreaming that I would be able to find them because they're such a low LE size fantasy from a few years ago, but Princess on a mission, please, it will happen. Cassandra and Rapunzel, just this set looks so good right next to each other. I feel like I've shown this pin at least 6 or 7 times on my channel since I got it. It's a work of art. My Once Upon a Time board. Though I didn't bring my A grade that was perfect. I did not touch that. That is at home. This is a B+. Okay, so my last pin board, the Tangled the Series one, bada bing, bada boom, there was only really one way that I wanted to display it that looked good, and I was done in 2 seconds. But this one I was playing with for a good 15-20 minutes. I know, it's oh, Serena has 4 pins. How many different ways can you display it? At first I couldn't even fit the 4th pin. And then, I don't know, I just had to figure out how to do this, to make them all look good. Because I don't want it to look squished. I don't want it to look awkwardly placed. I take pride in not only the pins that I have in my collection, but how are they placed, That definitely makes a difference. So, yeah, I'm happy to have Outlaw Queen here, and then my season 1 pin, which I am hard at work on my season 2 pin. I'll throw up a little preview up here of what the second one looks like, and yeah, stay tuned for that masterpiece. But yeah, Love. So if you zoom in here, you have Pin Trading University. I know, I'm not gonna have time to like pin trade and collect and all that jazz here, but obviously pre-sales come out, like I'll still like buy those. But I made a trade actually less than 2 weeks in from being here. I traded for the Ferb PTD. It was an absolute must, and I can't trade from here physically because I don't have my traders here. But it's for December when I go back home for winter break. And then I have my Montreal pin because I used to live in Montreal to the left, and then to the right I lived in Vaughan before moving down here. So, I think that's cute. Then I'm going to Windsor University, so I thought, why not spell it with my Pixar alphabet? It's perfect because there's no repeating letter, so I'm able to do it. And then there's no rhyme or reason that I brought this one, but I just thought, it's a lamp. It's kind of shining a light, at all, like my uni pins. And plus, it's like Pixar themed here, so I thought it was cute. So then I went to Golf Humber, and this is a Humber one I found. So like, hey, close enough, admit one. And then I graduated in 2020. Yeah, then I did a certificate program for a year and actually was a Humber alumni. So there you go. And now I'm at University of Windsor, and I'm so excited about this pin. This one absolutely has no business being here, but I love Wally. It's my favorite, and I wanted to bring one. I'm so happy I got to bring the Wally here because of the W, but I wanted to bring Wally and E with me, and I just think the color scheme of the silver really works here, especially like these pins. So I feel like it blends really well. So I kind of put it in order of release, like it starts here and then it sort of goes this way, and this is kind of how they were all released, with Gravity Falls being the latest. It came out in 2012. Yeah, so starting over here, this is the only Sweet Life of Zack and Cody pin. Obviously had to bring, there was no choice there. But then some of the pins, like I have more than one Lizzie pin, for example, and a ton of Hannah Montana, so I had to choose like which one was my, not necessarily favorite, but just something that I thought would go with like the rest of the pins. So yeah, just an overview here of all of the pins of the Disney Channel. Oh, I love that I got to represent every single show, at least that has a pin. I did not bring my Disney Junior pin just because I thought I wasn't gonna really have room on the board. I mean, I probably would if I squished it. It is pretty spread out, but I didn't want it to look messy. And yeah, some dangle action here, and I even brought the Disney Channel games because why not? Here's an overview of all the pins I decided to bring with me on my move. It's gonna be weird when I go back home and I see there's like a bunch missing, and I'm not going to really bring these back until I'm done my program in 2 years. So there's no point in me rearranging my boards to fit new pins at home. So I decided that I'm going to keep a collection of all the pins I accumulate here for the next 2 years as well. That's it for the pins I decided to bring with me on my move. I hope you enjoyed. And if you haven't already, please subscribe for more pin-related content from me. And I know I said like twice a month, but to be honest, I filmed so much in August. It will be 4 times in December, so I'll be back to normal once a week. This twice a month, it's not gonna happen. This is another bonus video, So whenever I'm here, it's kind of like an unaccounted for video that's a bonus on top of the 2. And I would love to know in the comments below what your favorite pin I decided to bring with me was. And as always, take care of yourselves and have a magical day. Bye.